Okay, good evening, brothers and sisters. What a crowd here tonight. I am convinced that come the elections, whenever they may be called, that the United Progressive Party will be returned with a landslide victory in this country. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind, brothers and sisters. And as we go back in government, you need to make sure that Brother Chandler Conjunton is one who will be back in the lower house of the parliament of this country, my brothers and sisters. And I also need to speak for myself. And I say to our rural East brothers and sisters here tonight, that when that day comes, oh, it is going to be rejoicing in St. John's Rural East, because yours truly will be back in the lower house of the parliament of this country. What a day that's going to be in this country. We will regain that seat for the United Progressive Party. But I'm told, brothers and sisters, that the time is short tonight. Other speakers to come. So I just want to touch on one or two points before I take my departure. And I have to say to all of you that you are in safe hands with the United Progressive Party. You have a good government. You have a good lineup of representatives. And you need to give each and every one of us your support. We need that support. We deserve that support. We have performed. The record is there. Although you have the naysayers and all those Labour Party people who misrepresent the facts, who wish to give the impression that we did nothing in this country. But you just need to look around and you will see. And don't look around with your eyes closed as they do. You look around with your eyes wide open and you will see the wonderful work that this party has done over the last 10 years in this country. They talk about crime and they rant and rave about crime. But we have to remind them that when they were there, they say the police force is not a priority for them in this country. Well, if the police force is not a priority, how could crime be a priority when it is the police who is responsible to deal with the crime in this country? So by extension, crime was not a priority for them. But it took this administration to invest in the security forces of this country, including the Royal Police Force of Antigua and Barbuda. It was under Brother Colin Derrick where we were able to bring in that wonderful 911 system and all of those radios and so on to equip the police with the necessary tools to be more effective in fighting crime. We say thanks to Brother Derrick for a wonderful job that he did. And your government has continued. And this is why I'm happy last week we were able to launch that CCTV project in this country. And that will go a long way, my brothers and sisters, in dealing with crime. Show me any such project that the Antigua Labour Party would have done in this country. Show me any such equipment that the Labour Party would have given to police in this country, my brothers and sisters. And we decided, last week, Wednesday, we launched the CCTV project. And on Monday, we rededicated a Coast Guard facility out there in English Harbour, where we have expanded the Joint Task Force, and we have troops based on that part of the island to give further coverage to all of you who live over there, to make sure that you are secured and protected in your homes and on the streets of this country, my brothers and sisters. And then they say, oh, police don't have vehicles. We say, well, if you don't have vehicles, we can give you vehicles. So we just invested almost $1 million in providing vehicles to the Royal Police Force of this country, my brothers and sisters. How could anybody say that this administration is not interested in police? They rant and rave, but it was this administration that gave the Royal Police Force of Antigua and Barbuda a 23% increase in their pay. Let us not forget. That shows that we have the interests of the police at heart. It shows by extension that we are serious in terms of fighting crime in this country, my brothers and sisters. The other issue I want to touch on tonight, my brothers and sisters, is that you have heard the Antigua Labour Party say that the UPP had over $200 million more than they had. And they did whatever with their $400 million. But we had an extra $200 million, and we squandered that. I want to say to you tonight that the Antigua Labour Party paid no debts whatsoever. They borrowed and did not repay. So they did not have to think about servicing any debts. And if you look at the 2014 budget for this country, you would see that the allocation alone for debt service in this country is some $276 million. I say that to say, if you add a simple $200 million to the $400 million that they had, you would see that they would have been even in a better position than we are currently. But they paid absolutely no debts. Absolutely. And I say to all of you, would you want to put those vagabonds back in government? Do you think that you in government under the Labour Party, when they say to the CDB, we're not paying no money to you, when they say to the IMF, we're not treating with you, when they say to all their creditors, we're not repaying you, how could they take office and go back to these people? How could they go back and treat with them? How? I say to you, brothers and sisters, you have a good government. You have a great leader in the Honorable Dr. Winston Baldwin Spencer. And he has great supporters in all of the other candidates. We have done good for this country. We intend to do even better. And we deserve a third term of governance in this country. So I say to you, brothers and sisters, stand firm for a third term. Stand firm for a third term. Until I come again, continue to enjoy the evening. Best wishes, lots of love. Support the UPP. Good night.